The question they have is, will the people take it? And if the people won't take it, what do we have to do? What kind of a crisis do we have to create in order to create the conditions that the people will ask us for this system that we know they will not presently take?
Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. This video is just a short clip of one of yesterday's live streams segments. I understand that a lot of people don't have time to go through an hour and 33-minute live stream. Therefore, I put out these videos every once in a while, in addition to putting chapters on my live streams as well after the fact. But I put these out because I think that the information is information that should be heard. And hopefully, those of you that don't have an hour and a half or so to dedicate to a full live stream can click on this and be informed as to one of the many things that's going on in our world right now that could affect the way that we prepare. Before we start the video, however, let me inform you all that today, Monday, is the very last day that Opus is going to have that introductory sale for the Mega 3. All right, the Mega 3 is an awesome solar generator, and they are giving you 30% off the MSRP price right off the bat, in addition to which you can use my 10% code to get another 10% off at checkout.
This is a big one. Let's talk about this. Biden finally admits, because I don't think this is true. What you're reading here is not true, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to tell you why. It says here, Biden finally admits that there's an acute and immediate need for a border wall as Democrat-run cities are overrun by illegals. They're not admitting to anything, ladies and gentlemen. I was having this conversation with someone here a 3 days ago or so. They're not admitting to anything. They're not admitting defeat at the border. They're not now saying, oh, we have to fix what's happening at the border because, we have too many people coming in and there's a lot of criminals there and they could be, inserting military-age males to put sleeper cells across America. We have to take care of the border. It's getting out of control. They're not admitting anything. You know why? Because what they've done with the border is exactly what they've wanted to do for all of these years. It's mission complete. What's happening at the border, ladies and gentlemen, is mission complete. They've completed the mission that they wanted to complete from the beginning. And that's to get the systems that we have within the U.S. that were formulated to attend to the needs of the American people, to get those systems to implode upon themselves. And that is called the cloward-piven strategy. What is the end game of an administration that sprints away from common sense? What is the end game, ladies and gentlemen? The end game is being achieved as we see with our own eyes. The end game is to have the systems within the United States that are here for we the people to implode upon itself, because we have a government that knows it's at the end of the line. Remember, a government cannot govern unless it has money. And if the money is not there, the government's not going to be able to govern, ladies and gentlemen. So they have to change this system. They have to create crises in order for we the people to say, please help me. Because we've been conditioned for so long, and I'm talking about in general, we've been conditioned for so long now that government is the answer. That the answer is, go to government. They'll help you. They'll fix things. I have a really good friend. My wife and I have a really good friend that have always paid their taxes. They've always been very good citizens. They've always, taken care of their community. And they're in really rough times, right? Because one of them got very ill. And they asked for a little bit of help from who? From Uncle Sam. Well, guess what Uncle Sam said? I don't think so. Hopefully, you can go and do a little bit of research for yourself so that you can see with your own eyes that this is exactly what's been going on for the last 5, 6, 7 decades now. This strategy of purposeful chaos is not new. It was first proposed in 1966 by two Marxists, Richard Cloward, a college professor, and Francis Fox Piven, an activist. The cloward-piven strategy was based on the idea of orchestrating crisis that only the government can solve, all right? To purposely create enough misery and hopelessness among the populace that their only recourse is relief from who? From the government. I keep going back in my mind to a comment, or somebody did YouTube video about me here a while back saying that, because criticizing me because I was saying that all of this was planned. Ladies and gentlemen, did you just read that? Research it for yourself. Cloward-piven strategy, 1966. Has it not been planned? 1971, when they took us off the gold standard. Do you really think that they did not know that eventually our monetary system would end because it would implode upon itself? Did they not know this? They are very smart, ladies and gentlemen. They have all these PhDs with all these degrees working for them. Did they not know that once you entered into a Ponzi scheme kind of a monetary system, that eventually that Ponzi scheme would implode on itself? They knew all of this. So don't sit here, anyone that may be thinking and saying, this was not all planned. This just happened. It just happened by happenstance. Really? Do you really believe that? If you believe that all of this stuff that's happening now is just by happenstance, then I'll tell you what, you need to prepare more than anyone else that I've ever talked to. If you believe that this is all just coincidence, you need to prepare the most. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of this was planned a long time ago. Do you really think they don't already have a monetary system to replace this one in the background? The question is, the question that they, and when I say they, I'm talking about our overlords, the question that they are now asking themselves is this: will the people accept that system? They already have a system in the background. They already have something that we're going to go into, be it a CBDC, be it a rainbow dollar, whatever you want to call it. They already have a system for us to go into because they know that this one is done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the question they have is, will the people take it? And if the people won't take it, what do we have to do? What kind of a crisis do we have to create in order to create the conditions that the people will ask us for this system that we know they will not presently take? And that is why I say preparedness is the best way that you can avoid doing something like that, having to do something that you don't want to do, having to give up more of your freedoms, more of your sovereignty, because you weren't prepared enough to be able to say no for a week or two. Imagine if 3 years ago, right? Imagine if on March of 2020, let's go all the way back of March of 2020, 3.5 years ago. Imagine if then every American family or every family in the world, all right, let's go for it all here. Imagine if then every family in the world had a 6-month supply of food, right? Imagine if they had emergency money that they can say, hey, I can pay my bills for 6 months. I can pay my electric bill. I can pay my water bill. I can pay my car insurance. I can pay all of the basic things that I need to just survive for 6 months. I have enough food for 6 months. Excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, if you don't take this juicy juice that we are introducing to the public that we haven't really researched or really tested for any significant amount of time, if you don't take this, you're going to have to give up your job. You're not going to be able to go to work anymore. You're not going to have a living. How many people do you think would have said, no, thank you, I'll just stay home? I would venture to guess, ladies and gentlemen, that enough people would have said no in order to affect the way that our economy runs, and the powers that be would have said, we lost this one. We lost this one, okay? Sorry about all of the billions of dollars that you had to put into this one, Bill Gates. Sorry about the conference that you had on September 18th of 2019 in New York City called Event 201, Mr. Gates. Sorry about all that money that you spent and all the time you spent on this one. But this one we lost. Had we had a prepared population, we could have won. But do you really think we won that battle? I would say not. We lost that battle, ladies and gentlemen, as we the people, and we are still losing it. Just take a look at the obituaries and see how many young people have already lost. So, ladies and gentlemen, being prepared and staying prepared, in my opinion, is the answer. It gives you the ability to resist when nothing else would have given you that ability. Why? Going back to what I said, they have control of the money. If they have control of the money, they're going to be able to say how much your labor is worth.
I understand that most of us don't really have a choice on where we do our shopping for just regular consumer items. Well, I'm here to tell you that we can make a difference in taking a chunk out of the big box stores' profits by doing one simple thing, and that's buying as much American-made as we personally can. I hear it all the time. Buy American. Well, for about the last 10 months or so, I've been buying my everyday consumer items from this company. Why? Because I really wanted to see what my experience was like before I told you about it. To make a long story short, take a look at the link below and help to take a bite out of ESG, ladies and gentlemen. This is not for everyone, but I think that if enough of us do it, we can make a difference. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm going to hear it. I will make a small commission from this, all right? From anyone that makes a purchase, I will make a small commission. But that's not really what this is all about. It's about taking back what we've lost a long time ago. So take a look at the link in the description of the video and on a pinned comment, and it's going to say something like switch with AP. We're the ones that have to do it. No one else is going to. Please let me know in the comments, do you enjoy this better than having to go through an entire live stream? Do you like me just putting chapters on the live stream and not going through this and putting just one clip of one part of the live stream as a standalone video? Let me know what you think. I have a feeling, I'll just give you my opinion, that there's going to be different people thinking that different things are better. Some people are going to think that putting the clips like this video is great. Some people are going to think that just putting chapters on the live stream is great. And some people are going to be like, hey, we always have such a great time during the live stream that just leave the live stream the way it is. But I'm trying to get the word out to as many as possible, so I hope that you enjoyed this format. I'll see if I can continue to do it in the future. Other than that, thank you very much for joining in. There are going to be 2 other videos just like this, but different subject matters that we covered during yesterday's live stream, so be on the lookout for those as well. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out.